taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. They'll run. This is Bashir Tootin.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Ready, go!
Murray. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good 1st step.
Tootin is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. He gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 54 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Come on, 19.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
He'll try and do this himself.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. get rid of it, and a big-time loss there on third. The sack sets up fourth. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you look at this defense,
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The Buccaneers at 8-2 on the year, and they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Let's go now.
He's got Thomas yet again complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
70.
Back to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And all the way in for the touchdown.
Brian Thomas
With career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list.
And the Panthers are back within a score.
And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll try and throw for him. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Get your money, y'all. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh,
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
On the delay, this is Murray. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with a draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Panthers 60. Panthers 60.
A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They go back to Murray on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When you look at this defense,
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They're the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah.
2nd and 9 now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Mustang 19. Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Get it!
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Nick Scorton able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Viking at Cowboy 80.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jalen Walker drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And this one is right down the middle. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Brian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all about joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break. adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
It's a loss of
Jalen Walker. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Now back to throw.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. Just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Thomas brings it in.
Now he's loose again. He may go.
And touchdown.
Brian Thomas
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
Let's go now.
They'll try and run it with Blue. And he is going to come up empty here as they stop him short of the goal line. And this will remain a 1-score game as the lead holds at 7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Breaks through the contact.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Let's go.
And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Ready. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Looking to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. 3rd and 8.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Evans in punt formation.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14.
Found good room to run there. He returns it 14 yards.
And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Got it.
The
Ready?
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Come on, come on.
On the draw, here's Blue. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
First down.
Ready.
On 1st down, it's Blue. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That is incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there with their 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go now.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Off to Thomas on the left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 35-yard line.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jaden Blue
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
Let's
The
go.
Panthers will line up for the
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught.
Makes the score.
And it stretches their lead up to 8.
Buccaneers 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Cougar 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Go.
They'll set up to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Ready.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
They find some open field here. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He he doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They go with blue between the tackles. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. It just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 1.
Ready. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Go.
He'll look to throw.
There's Tremble, the tight end.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive, but the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
19, come on.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Brian Thomas.
A 7-yard touchdown ground.
And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
The Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it with blue. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, He ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Garcia. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Get it. 18 cards. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's into the end zone for the Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards.
And the Bucs are back within a couple of the lead.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Set up for the 2-point conversion.
That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
We got a brand-new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for the Panthers. 52 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And his kick here is good. And they have regained the lead.
Opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done now.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
Go! Bronco 80. Panther streak. Ready.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And some room to maneuver. Inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Bayshore Jordan with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs have retaken a third-quarter lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I've met a fan base here that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Drops it to Blue, complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning. They play a one-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We'll watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And now the rookie's free. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TV. Excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
And he's got it. Touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb
From 3 yards out.
And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
That's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And his throw is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And that's incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Ready, break.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
19 Chargers.
Back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Come on.
Now back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is incomplete.
Intended for Jaden Blue. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They go with Murray again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Looking to throw.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
I'm not right. Ready.
They're going to look to throw.
Trying to set up a screen for Blue.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
set.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Now the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
It's the score, Panthers 63, Buccaneers 52.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Jalen Walker in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Here's 2nd down.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Here we go. Set. Cougar Knights. Dragon 60. Check up.
He'll drop to throw. There's that man again. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw now on 1st down.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Mustang 19. Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 19 Lion. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. This is caught.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll drop the throw. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion.
Ready, ready.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Buccaneers 60.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.